Hello, everybody. I'm back and I'm trying to get my act together. It has been the worst Monday, Thursday in a while. And why do I say that? Because it started out as a Thursday. Then about 4 o'clock, it took a hard left and ended up to be a really bad Monday. And why do you say that? Why do I say that? Because I had to work today and it went downhill. It went downhill. Not hard. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Then what happened? Wow, we just took a glitch off the internet right there. All my stuff spiked to red and boom. Are we still out there? Hello? Hello? All right, let me check on the internet feed. Hello? Okay. All right. Let me check on the internet feed. Man, we are skipping hard. I'm going to close that out. The only thing I've got open now is Gemini. How's that? Is that any better? I might have to open the internet again to see if we're skipping. Dropped frames, network status. Why are we dropping frames? Why? What is going on? What is going on? Oh, let's see. Skip frames due to encoding lag, 3.5%. Let me start that YouTube back up and see just how bad this thing is. Maybe it, see, we're at 10, 11%. I mean, I don't know what to do. Get over here. Click on that. Let's see how bad we're skipping. Diggy, 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 diggy. Get over here. Let's see how bad we're skipping. Diggy, 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 diggy. Alright. So let me mute that. Let me just keep an eye on that a little bit. Let me turn my head, fluff my hair, see what the guy on the internet does. Does he do this? Nope. Oh, there he goes. There he's fluffing his hair. Now he's waving his arms around. Alright. Maybe we're okay. Kind of a rough spot there. Let's see what my frames. I reset those. Does it go to red again? Does it go to green? I don't know. Missed frames due to rendering lag, 0. Frame skip due to encoding lag, 0. They're jumping up. Okay, so this is a perfect example of why my Thursday went to Monday. Hey Garthog, my Thursday went to Monday in just like nosedive fashion, about 4 o'clock, and it's been that way ever since. Garthog, you'd be happy to know that I thought I fixed Granny's mower. And why do I say I thought I fixed it? Because I found out what was wrong with it. I repaired that, put it all back together, and it was doing fine. Until today. I went out there to go start it. It wouldn't start. It's a total downhill run. Anyway, the brand new, oh, there it goes. It's skipping again. It's skipping again. It's skipping again. I'm going to have to do a show on my misfortune for this evening at some point. Man, that's 21%. Why is the internet so messed up? Do they not want me to do a show about this nice lady, Tura Satana, as she's her stage name? 41% skip frames due to encoding lag. Holy bejeebies. What is going on? I don't know. Why is that? Is it really bad out there, Garthog? It looks really bad from in here. It's skipping all around. 37, 26%. I might have to just cut this off and come back next week. I don't know. Don't know what to say. Ain't nothing I can control from up here as far as internet. Usually when it really flips out like this, I've got one of them dubious web pages open that's running like 15 video ads all at the same time. Lagging just a bit every now and then. Alright, well, right now it doesn't show any skips. And then it goes from 0 to like 30%. So anyway, I'm not having the best luck today, if you gathered that. Even though it's my Friday, I'm not having a good time of it. I'm running a little behind because I promised myself if I got Granny's mower running, I was going to mow. And I did, and it put me behind. So, today I'm going to lunch, and this new van I have at work has a free subscription to Sirius Radio, if that's the way you say it. Sirius, Susa Radio. Satellite. Roberto's in the house. Hello, Robert. We're getting ready to go down and I don't know. You may know this lady. She's been in movies. That's all I can tell you right now. I'm not going to give out the secret. Anyway, so I'm going to lunch. It's got the free subscription to Sirius Radio. And I'm listening to, I don't know what, garage band stuff. Something, it plays music that nobody else listens to, like the B-sides of some way off band that had one song in the 60s. Anyway, two songs, because one had to be the A and one had to be the B. Okay? Don't make fun of me. And the guy started talking about Tura Satana. And I just, out of the side of my head, was listening. And all of a sudden, he started talking about her life. I don't know why. I don't know what the context was. And I was like, golly, that woman was one bad woman. In a good way. So I thought, well, I'm just going to do the show. So I don't know if I have to have a warning on here. But it might be information that people don't like to hear. I didn't like to hear it, but I mean, I know it's real life. It's sad. It happens. It's not nice. But I think on the outcome will be good. So we're going to cover it. And her last name is not really Satana. So we're going to get Jim and I to look at it. We're going to get probably some Wikipedia. She was born in 1938. She died in 2011. We'll try to see some pictures of, throughout her career. But it just really struck me how driven she was to overcome hardship in somebody I'd never heard of. And the movies that she was in, I'd never heard of. So, we're going to find out. What is all this stuff? My issue level is critical. Your issue level is estimated by the number and severity of issues detected. Oh, Realtek high definition audio is red. PCI GBE family controllers red. E2E soft IV cam is red. I'm not resolving any of that stuff. I've got one of those C cleaners, computer cleaner things. It's name brand. It's not like I got it out of the back of a cereal box or anything. But sometimes I wonder, like any kind of monitoring system, if it slows down the system. I know it does. I'm not even going to say I think it does. I know it does because it has to monitor all this stuff while it's actually happening. So right now it looks pretty good. Looks like my system has stabilized. Maybe the internet has caught up doing whatever it was doing. Maybe, Russia's got the information they want, passing it on to China, wherever it's going. And now, they're sitting back sipping vodka or whatever. So let me get, I'm going to close my YouTube. I know that uses up some bandwidth. Compute power. I'm using up compute power. Get this. Whoop. Bring me over to the side. So let's get this set up so you won't have to watch me monkey around with it. Let's see if we can get Gemini. First, we're going to start out, see if this can find me a picture. Whoa, buddy boy. All right. All right. So this isn't the first time I've seen her, but it's the second time. And it's gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Are you ready? Now, this is an actual picture, apparently from one of her movies, and she has quite the colorful past. Ready, set, go. Hello, Tura Satana. Your stage name? She's gonna break that dude's arm, man. Come on. Yeah, Garthog, I'm sorry. I am using OBS. That's the reason I can see. The main reason I went to OBS from StreamYard. I like StreamYard a lot better, but it didn't show me any kind of connection activity or frames drop rate or any of that kind of stuff. So I went to OBS. Is it better? I don't know. It shows me that. Can I correct it when it shows it to me? No. Does it just drive me insane? It gives me something to look at and fuss about. So a lot of times I just want to get rid of it. I really do, because I think it has more computing overhead than StreamYard or SteamYard or the duck I was using, and I like it. Anywho, okay, so there is a promotional picture from let's see, I don't know, but anyway, whoa, there we go. All right, so I asked Gemini to tell me what it could find out about this, and it's not very much. We're going to have to jump out there and get into Wikipedia, I'm afraid, because Gemini just didn't do me. I said, okay, tell me what you can find on a female named Tura Satana. All right, so based on the available information, Tura Satana is most likely a misspelling of Tura. Okay, so it's not Santana. Excuse me, I'll have to correct that. Tura Satana. That's my bad. Tura Satana was a Japanese-American actress, exotic dancer, and showgirl born Tura Luna Pasquale Yamaguchi in Hokkaido, Japan in 1938. She is best known for her starring roles as Varla in a 1965 cult film called Faster Pussycat, Kill, Kill. I kid you not. See it? See it right here? Let's see what this little down arrow means. Learn more. Let's just click on that link and see where it'll take us. Alright, it may seem impossible that such a perfect creature was born on planet Earth, but it's true. Tura, Satana, came into the world on July the 10th, 1938. She was born in Japan to a Filipino-Japanese father who had been a silent movie actor, of course. Let me scoot this over so y'all can read along with me here. And a Cherokee Scot-Irish mother who had been a circus performer. You don't make this up. She looks like a pro wrestler. Yes, sir, she does. All right. So she comes from mixed roots by far. The family moved to the U.S. only to be interned in a prison camp at the start of World War II. All right. Her teenage years were predictably wild. She led an all-girl gang, went to reform school, worked as a stripper and burlesque dancer, and married at the age of 17. A liaison that only lasted a few months but gave her an excellent new name, Satana. Satana happens to be a real surname, but the fact that it closely resembles Satan and goes so well with Tura makes the whole thing seem orchestrated by a cosmic puppet master. She had moved to LA during her teen years. This was the period when she posed for Harold Lloyd's 3D photo session in Hollywood News. Photo of her early burlesque dance pinup period. All right. So this is kind of a glossed over version. All right. And I'm going to see if I can find the version that I heard on the radio. She became in demand as an exotic dancer for a number of years at nightclubs around the country and is said to have become romantically involved with Elvis, undoubtedly one of the few men who could handle her. In 1963, she was cast as the prostitute Suzette Wong in the movies Irma la Douche. Often she was cast as dancers or strippers in cabaret scenes in movies and television. Her turn in Who's Been Sleeping in My Bed in 1963 made the movie poster. That's her right there, I guess. Here she is in a 1964 episode of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. as a character named Tomo. She's a pretty woman. She's got kind of the, Japanese eyes. In 1965, she got the role of a lifetime when Russ Meyer cast her as Varla in his great camp exploration masterwork, Faster Pussycat, Kill, Kill. What is a great camp exploration masterwork? What is what is that? I would have went with Tura Luna. I hope I can't, well, I messed up my picture because I spelled it wrong. Maybe nobody will notice on Santana instead of S-A-T. So anyway, let's see what Gemini says Camp Exploration Master work is. Let's see, what does this mean as it relates to the movie? What does, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even type it in or paste it. Giving them some air quotes to see if it can say what it. All right, so let's jump into this. This is interesting. What Gemini says that term means. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing, people? Can't even track my own mouse. Jeez almighty. The phrase camp exploration masterwork is a three-part critical description often used to celebrate the film Faster, Pussycat, Kill, Kill. Here's a breakdown of each term means and how they apply to the movie. Exploitation. Okay, exploitation. An exploitation film is a low-budget movie made to capitalize on sensational content and current trends, often featuring themes like violence, sex, and rebellion. These films were typically shown in grid-house theaters or drive-ins. Faster, Pussycat, Kill, Kill fits this description perfectly. It was a cheaply made film meant to shock audiences with its combination of fast cars, violence, and provocative female characters. Camp. In cinema, camp refers to an aesthetic that finds appeal in exaggeration, and bad taste. Okay. It's often intentionally over the top, theatrical, and can be so bad it becomes good. So what they're doing is, I guess they're describing a B Western for Faster, Pussycat, Kill, Kill. Just say that anywhere in a conversation. People are like, what? All right. The dialogue in Faster, Pussycat, Kill, Kill is a prime example of camp. With its heightened melodrama and absurdly tough talking lines, the film's outrageous characters and simple, almost cartoonish plot are also classic elements of camp. Masterwork. This term means a piece of work that is of the highest quality or a great achievement. It's so masterfully bad, I think is what they're saying. All right, Blazing Saddles of Mel Brooks. You know what I'm thinking, Robert, is Kill Bill. What they've just described in these terms, when I first saw the original Kill Bill, I didn't watch the whole thing. I thought, this is the stupidest movie that I've seen. It was just so crazy. And then I watched it, for whatever reason, I watched it again, and I thought, you know what? I kind of get it now. And I've seen it, and I've seen some of the other ones. And I won't say it's tongue in cheek, but it is over the top in a lot of places. So, all right. So, masterwork. The film is now praised for its unique style. Another thing that I might think of is these cult films, and one of them being, of course, the Monty Python movie, Holy Grail. But oh, yeah, Monty Python. Oh, come on. What is it? Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rocky Horror Picture Show fits this in my mind. All right. The film is now praised for its unique style, strong female anti-heroines, and its subversive take on gender roles, which has influenced filmmakers like Quentin Tarantino and John Waters. In short, camp exploitation masterwork means that Faster, Pussycat, Kill, Kill is a great and influential example of a low-budget, sensationalist film that is celebrated for its intentional exaggeration and over-the-top style. So here's what I want to say about that. I would say when a guy sat down and wrote it, however this movie industry works, wrote it, filmed it, produced it, directed it, he wasn't saying, man, I'm gonna just push this thing over the top, and it's gonna be, what was that other term? Uh, it's gonna be exploitational, and it's gonna be loved years later after I put it out as a master work. No, no. He thought, man, I'm making a serious movie here. This is going to be great. People, this is my groundbreaking work. It's going to be taken. It's going to win all these Oscars. It's going to do this. It's going to be great. It's going to change, the way films are made. He didn't think it was going to be so stupid or so ugly it was pretty, or so stupid that it was masterful. Anyway, so let's see, where were we? There we go. Okay, so hey, they had a Porsche. It can't be all bad. They had a Porsche, and they had the go-go boots. See the go-go boots and the hot pants? Inevitably, I think that Satana was Varla. We pictured her in full Varla costume. Whenever we think of her, the film made full use of her martial arts abilities, which I've got to find that. That was in what I had talked about. She also got to race a cool hot rod in the desert and kick a lot of people's asses, including mostly satisfying men. Oh, what is that? Okay. So let's see. Oh my goodness, please don't show that. I'm trying to read ahead. Let's see. She had an eventful life, included a period in Japanese internment camp, a short-lived arranged marriage, a career as a burlesque dancer, where she was known for combining martial arts with her performances. She was romantically linked to Elvis Presley at one point. She passed away in 2011. All right, let's see. Okay. So here was the part that I was talking was going to be that was unsavory, and this was the part I heard on the radio. Okay, so after her family was released from the Japanese internment camp, they moved to Chicago. All right, and according to the radio, and I'll try to find this, maybe this link will show, she entered puberty early in her childhood, and she, as you can tell in the picture, she's quite busty. And so, when she was 9 or 10, she was raped repeatedly by a group of, well, I won't say repeatedly. She was raped by a group of boys or men. And the boys were never prosecuted, and the judge allegedly claimed she had enticed the men. So let's see what that says. Did we look at Wikipedia? Okay. So they were in the internment camp. They moved to Chicago. Walking home from school just before her 10th birthday, she was reportedly gang raped by 5 men, according to Satana. Her attackers were never prosecuted, and it was rumored that the judge had been paid off. There's a different side to it. She reports that this prompted her to learn martial arts. such as Aikido and karate. Over the next 15 years, Satana tracked down each rapist and exacted revenge on them. I made a vow to myself that I would someday somehow get even with all of them. She said years later, they never knew who I was until I told them. Around this time, she formed a gang, the Angels, or Angeles, with Italian, Jewish, and Polish girls from her neighborhood. In her interview with Psychotronic Video, Satana said, "We had leather motorcycle jackets, jeans, boots, and we kicked butt. Because of frequent delinquency, she was sent to reform school when she was 13. Her parents arranged her marriage to a 17-year-old John Satana in Hernando, Mississippi, which lasted 9 months. Satana moved to Los Angeles, and by the age of 15, using fake identification to hide the fact she was a minor, began burlesque dancing." I told you she blossomed early. She was hired to perform at Trocadero nightclub on the Sunset Strip and became a photographic model for, among others, silent screen comic Harold Lloyd. These photos of her appear in Harold Lloyd's Hollywood Nudes in 3D. Satana returned to Chicago to live with her parents and started dancing at the club Rendezvous in Clement City, where she was known as Gala T, the statue that came to life. She claimed that after singer Elvis Presley saw Satana perform at Chicago's Folly Theater, the two began a romantic relationship that some reports say ended in a marriage proposal she declined. Satana eventually became a successful exotic dancer, traveling from city to city. She credited Lloyd with giving her the confidence to pursue a career in show business. "I saw myself as an ugly child," Mr. Lloyd said. "You have such a symmetrical face. The camera loves your face. You should be seen." So, she had a very rough childhood for 15 years, okay? And this is kind of reminiscent, I guess, of Kill Bill, right? Except for in that scenario, Uma Thurman's character studied karate before she was, they attempted to kill her. I don't want to spoil Kill Bill if you haven't seen it, but she later goes to exact revenge upon those perpetrators. Her acting career. Satana's acting role was a cameo as Suzette Wong, a Parisian prostitute in the film Irma de la Douche, which starred Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine. Her next was as a dancer in Who's Been Sleeping in My Bed in 1963, which starred Dean Martin and Elizabeth Montgomery. Soon after, Satana appeared in the television show Burke's Law in 64 and The Man with Uncle in 64. So in 65 was The Faster Pussycat, Kill, Kill, a very aggressive and sexual female character who did all her own stunts and fight scenes. Renowned film critic Richard Something called her performance the most honest, maybe the one honest portrayal, the Meyer canon, and certainly scariest. So let me read that again. Renowned film critic Richard called her performance the most honest, maybe the one honest portrayal in the Meyer canon, and certainly the scariest. Originally titled The Leather Girls, the film is an ode to female violence based on a concept created by Russ Meyer and screenwriter Jack Moran. Both felt at her first audition that Satana was definitely Varla. The film was shot on location in the deserts outside of Los Angeles during the days when the weather was more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit and freezing nights, with Satana clashing regularly with teenage co-star Susan Bernard, due to Bernard's mother reportedly disruptive behavior on the set. Meyer said Satana was extremely capable. She knew how to handle herself. Don't mess with her, and if you have to mess with her, do it well. She might turn on you. Satana was responsible for adding key elements to the visual style and energy of the production, including her costume, makeup, uses of martial arts, dialogue, and the use of spinning tires in the death scene of the main male character. She came up with many of the film's best lines. At one point in the film, the gas station attendant was ogling her cleavage while confessing to a desire to see America. Varla replied, "You won't find it down there, Columbus." Meyer cited her as the primary reason for the film's lasting fame. "She and I made the movie," he said. Meyer reportedly later regretting not using Satana in subsequent productions. So there. So there she is in 2008. She picked up a few pounds. Let's see. She was the Astro Zombies in 68, the Doll Squad in 73. After Satana was shot by a former lover, she later found employment in a hospital, a position she kept for 4 years. She had studied nursing at something hospital. She then briefly employed as a dispatcher for the Los Angeles Police Department. And in 81, her back was broken in a car accident. Man, this woman takes a beating. She takes a beating. You know what she kind of reminds me of, Robert? You said she looks familiar. She looks like Elvira, right? The dark hair, busty, that kind of evil look. Her eyes, the way she does her eyes. That's what she kind of reminds me of. She spent the next 2 years in and out of hospitals, having 2 major operations and approximately 15 others. In 2002, she returned to acting, reprising the role of Marvina Satana, the Mark of the Astro Zombies, 2002, the sequel to the Astro Zombies. So her personal life, she claims she dated Elvis Presley and turned down a marriage proposal from him, though she kept the ring. She died February 4th, 2011 in Reno, Nevada, and was survived by her daughters Kalina and Jade and her sisters Pamela and Kim. Her longtime manager, Susie Perry, gave the cause of death as heart failure. She's a big woman. All right, let's see. So this is what intrigued me about her was, let's see, in 65, how old was she? She was born in 38, so she'd be 30 years old in 68. So she was, what, 25? Yeah, 65. She was 25, is that right? Come on. Come on. Quick, people. In 65, when she starred in Faster Pussycat, Kill Kill, 38, 68, 30, yeah. So she was in her late 20s when she made the Pussycat movie. In 2008, how old was she? Am I going to have to get my calculator out? I am. Get rid of that because we're looking at her. Uh-uh. 1938. What? So in this picture here, In that picture, in 2008, it says here she was 70 years old. Well, I've seen a lot of 70-year-old people that didn't look that good, even if she is a little overweight. That's crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. There she is at 69, apparently. Wow, that's hard to believe. So let's see, her first. So she started exotic dancing when she was 15. Do a little more math on my calculator here. So she died at 73. All right. So she started dancing. If she danced when she was 15, started dancing when she was 15, in Los Angeles. That was in 1953. Wow. That's crazy. All right. So let's see, just by any chance, there's a clip of Faster, Pussycat. Kill, kill. All right, let's see. What do we got? I don't want the official video. Let's have just. All right, let's see what it says here. All right.
Put me on, no? A soft drink, chef. Honey, we don't like nothing soft. Everything with us is hard.
What? Yes, ma'am. What can I do for you today?
Just your job, squirrel. Fill it up.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice set of wheels.
Would you like to look under my hood? If you believe that, how could you be with me like this?
Because you're a beautiful animal. And I'm weak. And I want you.
Go get her.
So I gotta get the wet because Lady Godiva wants to swim?
They let them vote, smoke, and drive, even put them in pants. So what do you get? A Democrat for president.
You've got a weird sense of humor.
Try again, I get funnier.
Look, I don't know what the hell your point is, but I don't...
The point is of no return, and you've reached it.
Oh, you're cute. Like a velvet glove cast in iron.
Well.
You girls a bunch of nudists, or you just short of clothes?
No, you're not the type. You're the all-American boy. A safety first Clyde.
Are you trying to say something?
I never try anything. I just do it. Like I don't beat clocks. Just people. Want to try me?
Well, just you try.
Well, there you go. The 10 best quotes from Faster, Pussycat. Kill, kill. I might have to try to find that movie and watch it. I don't know. All right. So that was the reason for the show. was I heard it on the radio, and I thought, man, that poor woman has been through a lot. And I guess did okay, but probably the most fascinating part was, she went through that at 15, or at 9. I'm sorry, she went through that at 9, and she studied for 15 years, martial arts for 15 years. So then she could go out and exact revenge on these fellas. So kudos to her. I mean, she had a goal, and I'm sure it messed her up because at 15 she was dancing in strip clubs with pasties on. Not the place you'd expect a, mentally healthy 15-year-old, earning a living. So, anyway, I thought she was very interesting. And therefore, I wanted to feature her story. What am I doing over here? What's going on over here? On the show tonight, which I can't control. I just can't. It's just not happening. What's going on? What's going on over here? Let me see if I can get this better. I'm sorry, people. There it is. Boom, I'm back. That was crazy. That was crazy. All right. So, Robert, Garthog, thanks for showing up, coming around, hanging out. Listen to me ramble on about the Tura Satana, that I spelled her name wrong, and now everybody's going to be making fun of me. But, good or bad, they're going to be talking about me, right? Maybe they'll watch some more shenanigans on the channel just to see how bad I mess it up. All right, well, I'm hoping everybody has a good Friday tomorrow. I hope my Friday pans out a little better than my Thursday did. Turned out, it started out okay. It started out really good. Lunch was good, and then took a turn for the worse. So, Thursdays at 9, come back, watch the show, leave me a comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you've made it this far. I didn't say it before. So I hope if you didn't watch the whole thing, you at least skip to this part where I tell you, like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, so you'll know what to do next. But anyway, all right, I appreciate it. You guys have a good evening. Gals, if you're out there, you all have a good evening. Have a good weekend. Mow a yard. That's what I'm going to be doing, along with other things. Lots of other things. All right.